discuss things that we don't have a clue about. Okay, we'll try. You're not going to laugh at us, are you?
No.
Right, Sheriff? Well, I'm sure. Okay.
We'll start with, what's your favourite thriller?
If we're talking about thriller, are we talking about just a scary film?
Yeah.
Anything that
Right.
thrills you. You know, it could be like a romantic thriller, scary thriller, chiller thriller. You know,
Okay.
any kind of.
Quite like Stephen King's It. I think that was quite good because I watched it when I was probably about sort of 16, 17, and that was quite good. Quite enjoyed that.
What did you
that
like about it?
The whole thing of it being a clown, I think, because quite a lot of people don't like clowns today.
Yeah.
I know that quite a lot of my friends still don't like clowns, and yeah, it was just, and also there was a point in it where it looks like part of my friend's back garden, and so we called it Itland, and so that was why we could we would only go down there when it was light and it wasn't down there, so we quite like, yeah, quite like it.
I said to you before as well that I remembered Hand That Rocks the Cradle. You don't, but that was quite scary because it's this whole idea of, you know, everything is nice and picture perfect, family, lovely, and then Nanny comes in and just ruins everything, you know, to the point where you know, they're killing each other, etc. So it was quite scary. And then there was another one that I can't remember the name of, but Mr. Sheriff will know this. Michelle Pfeiffer played in it. It's something to do with her drowning in the bath. I think it's something like Deep Under or something. And that, once again, same thing, family, and then, you know, this whole tension building, etc. So those are the two that I can remember. There are probably plenty other, but you know, they stood out. And I think I relate to it because, you know, the whole family thing, etc. Yeah.
Yeah. I quite like Ghost and The Sixth Sense mainly because they have sudden twists in them which you don't really expect. And well, they both stuck in my mind as a thriller. Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Do you like tension or action or different types of things?
Like, what's your favourite type of thriller?
I quite like to be scared. I like the fact that you're sitting there and all of a sudden you're like, oh god, something's going to happen. And you know something's going to happen, the music builds you up, and then it doesn't happen, you're like, oh, no it didn't. And then all of a sudden you get that jump. I quite like that.
Quite jumpy.
Yeah, I like to be scared. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, no, not action for me. It's the tension. It is that psychological. That's why I like the psychological thriller as well, because obviously you don't quite know where it's going to go, and you keep it on there, you know.
I quite like the ones as well where there is an element of thinking. You can't just sit back and relax and just watch it. It will just happen. I like the fact that you have to remember who is who, what have they done, why they're doing it, the motive, where it sort of builds up that story of that sort of that killer. You get the profile of them. I like to know a little bit about them, and then they go and. Because sometimes you can almost sort of not relate to them, but you can feel a little bit of compassion for them sometimes, and you feel, oh no, they're going to go and kill someone else, oh, but they're all right. Do you see what I mean?
That's like unexpected, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just think, oh my goodness me,
Down.
Like the unexpected.
Yeah.
Okay, so in sound, would you prefer quite a low sound, like constant, or like different types?
I don't like noise. And I do like noise. I do like radio and everything. You know, it's always on everywhere in my house and I have noise. But when I watch a film, I don't like the noise. That's why I probably like psychological thriller as well, because it's kind of quiet, isn't it? It might have nice music at the beginning. Obviously, a little bit of music building up and down. But I don't like... it goes with the action, doesn't it? I don't like... Rah, 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 you know. No.
I don't think you need it. I think sometimes it's there and it seems quite false because it's just there because they're trying to build it up, and you don't really. I think the actual suspense is built sometimes by just the silence, and it's that jump factor that gets you, I think.
Yeah. I think it differs for different types of films and different parts in the film, so really.
Yeah.
So a nice soundtrack at the beginning to establish the equilibrium, and then whereas you've got the horror side of it where a constant sound builds tension.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you expect from a thriller? Do you expect it to...
if you're putting on a DVD, what do you expect to happen?
Scare you, or like make you jump, or leave you questioning? Maybe.
You go, Mr. Cook.
With regards to what do I expect to get that feeling of not knowing, so that apprehension of what's going to happen next. I quite like that. With regards to being left to think about something, sometimes I quite like to have to discuss something with like a friend after we've watched it. Say, oh, so what did you think, or who was it? I didn't get that bit there. I quite like sometimes not having the full picture and maybe something being left open as well, because then it gives you something to sort of talk about and relate to as well.
I like it. I like it resolved. I like a happy ending. I like it when they kill her towards the end.
People on the streets.
So, and yes, when you put that DVD in and you've chosen a thriller, I want to be kind of hooked from the beginning. I want it to be tense right through. I want to be scared. You know, I want to be sit there and watch it throughout and not have nice moments in it. No, yeah, I want it resolved in the end.
All right. When you first first watch the beginning of a thriller, do you like knowing like everything that's going on, or do you like kind of finding, you know, being all mystery and finding out at the end what it was all about?
Yeah, finding out the end.
Finding out the end.
I think it's like Mr. Cook has said, is that puzzles, you know,
Yeah.
building up the story, giving you bits of information, you sit there doing a bit of work, kind of thinking, because those are the twists and turns, isn't it, that intrigue you and that keep you hooked. Yeah.
So you like all like the mystery, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, cool.
So in a thriller trailer, if you saw like the advert on TV, what would attract you to go and see one?
I think there has to be sort of an element of like mystery about it. I think you need to almost be leaving a question unanswered just so that there's a reason for you to go and see it. Obviously, because of the fact that it's at certain times in the day you can't have gore and blood, but I think you need to have that level of like a scream or something, or someone jump, or someone crying, or someone in pain. I think you need that just to try and sort of bait the audience, but obviously you're restricted to the time and what you can actually do.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about the Homeland that I'm watching at the moment on Channel 4, and I don't know whether it's exactly a thriller, but I kind of like references like, for instance, oh, this is Barack Obama's favourite drama at the moment, because that will hook me in as well. So references like that with kind of more than just the story as well, yes, obviously, but that as well, because I thought, I want to watch this then now, and it is quite good.
So if a film got good reviews, would that affect you if you saw it or not?
Yes, yes. I always ask Mr. Sheriff as well, because he knows what I like.
I tend to go see it whatever I look at the reviews, but I don't really care about them, really. I wouldn't see it depending on what I want to see.
Yeah, I wouldn't read the reviews, but if, do you know, sometimes they say like quotes from different newspapers or certain people, those quotes then you don't have to think too much about, but I haven't really got time to go
Just sit and read now.
Yes,
before review. Yeah, I agree.
It's the impact made while I'm sitting there watching in that 30 seconds.
That will get you to go and watch it.
If they relate it to another film, I like that.
Yeah, that's quite
cool.
cool, yeah.
Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
I think that's everything. Thank you.
Lovely.
Do it.
Well done and good luck.
Thank you.